Hi, good morning, all of you. I welcome each one of you to this online session of pre-placement talk of the CSR Drive in association with Pentagon Space. As a brief introduction, myself, Ravishankar Aradhya, founder, CEO, Pentagon Space. As a brief introduction of the company Pentagon Space, in total we have 5 verticals. The core of the entire company is the education vertical, in which we impart knowledge on niche technologies. We also have a software and development wing where we develop our own products as well as provide services to various multinational companies. The backbone of the entire company is the research and the development wing, where we have a team of research scholars and doctorates who are pursuing the research in the field of niche technologies. We also have co-working space and staffing. As a fresher, maybe you would not be aware much about co-working space and staffing. You need not worry about it. Your focus and the primary focus of this discussion would only be on education. I completely agree. The times that we are now passing through are very hard times that the entire humanity has never seen before. But that does not stop us from moving forward. And especially as a fresher, I completely understand you would have a lot of questions at the back of your mind regarding how the software industry would span out. More importantly, in the days to come, how the jobs for the freshers would be. And even more important thing is, what are those technical skills that you should possess today so that even in this hard pandemic time, you can assure a job for yourself. As the session is quite brief, maybe we may not be able to discuss every topic in depth, but at the end of the session, definitely you will understand at a macro level 2 things. One, in the past 3-4 years, how drastically changes have occurred in the software industry, in which direction the software industries are moving, and more importantly, as a fresher today, what is that the company is expecting from you? So before we start off with the discussion, I again try to reiterate that the times are very hard, but we cannot stop or wait for things to happen. It is the time when we have to stand up, take up this opportunity of these very hard times and move forward. Most of you would have heard about this one term called as artificial intelligence, which in short is also called as AI. AI in the last few years has created a lot of buzz in the field of software industry, and in the right reason also. All this with respect to AI began in the year 1997, but research on this has been going on from the past 2 centuries to be very precise. But a breakthrough was achieved in this in 1997. If you ask, sir, what happened in 1997, remember, for the very first time, a program was capable of beating the human brain. So the next image, whatever now I am about to show, has a lot of information in that. You have a few images of few person. You have some robots in that. But what you should focus on is you also have a chessboard in that. And the chessboard that you are now seeing here tells you the position of various coins in the chessboard. And this was the last step taken by a program by name Deep Blue. And with this, it was capable of beating the world champion for the very first time. That means that for the very first time in the history of humans, a computer program was capable of beating the human brain. So it all began in 1997, where people saw some ray of hope in the field of artificial intelligence. And 23 years have passed by. We have come along a long way in the development and implementation of AI. And there is also predictions from many eminent people who are now telling that the future is going to be controlled and coordinated by something called as the artificial intelligence. Whenever you have a technology on hand, there are various parameters on which you can analyze how the future is going to be. And as a fresher, The technicalities of the technology you may not be able to analyze, but even as a layman, few things that you can analyze and sense that yes, moving forward, AI would take over the software industry. One such parameter is the amount of investment that would go into the research and development of this new technology. Remember, AI, even though you have not studied about it, for your information, I would just like to tell, it is quite versatile and it can provide solutions to almost any problem that exists in the industry today. So as a result of which, these tech giants now have invested a lot of money into the research and development of AI. This is one such parameter which you have to always check whenever you are foreseeing the future of any technology. The reason is, these tech giants can foresee the future before many of us can see it. That is why they are successful in their respective domains. And if you now ask me who are those tech giants who have invested, the list is endless, but a few of them definitely I would like to show here. You name any tech giant, the Google, the Microsoft, the Twitter, the Facebook, the Salesforce, the list is endless. Along with that, we now have many startups who are working on AI, which has been funded by venture capitalists into billions of dollars. Just to give you on the numbers of how much investment has gone in, just watch here now. Again, the list that I am now trying to show here may not be a complete list. If you notice here, you can see Google now has invested $3.9 billion, Apple, Microsoft, Twitter, and you have Amazon, Intel, Uber, the Salesforce, and this list is quite a long list. Only few companies have shown here. Why I am trying to tell this is, if in case the future of AI was not very, very strong, these tech giants would have never invested their time, energy, and money into this one vertical called as AI. Now, the next question now is, why is it that AI has taken the entire software industry by storm? What is the reason for that? All of you who are attending this session at this point of time should analyze that each one of you are connected to this session through the internet, irrespective of your place, distance. It is the internet which is connecting each one of us. Remember, whenever internet comes into play, it will always be associated with something called as transmission of data. Even at this point of time, you can see there are three types of data that you are receiving. One is the audio, the video, and the images that are there at the background. Remember, internet can never ever exist without transmission of data. You may again argue, sir, okay, internet is there, data is there. What is it going to do with the artificial intelligence now? That is where we are inching towards. Remember, this transmission of data is enormous. It's not big, it's not very big, but it is enormous. You may again argue, sir, what do you mean by enormosity now? Remember, around the globe you have thousands of applications running, and each one of them have to run through internet. And when you tell internet, obviously it will be associated with data. One of the survey done by the internet now reveals some of the facts and the data transmission rate for just 1 minute. Here, the next number that you are now going to see is not in hours, in days, or in hours. It is just the amount of data that gets transmitted for just 60 seconds. And here again, let me be very clear, this is not a complete list. This is just few applications which you and me would be using in day-to-day activities. For example, this survey now tells that the Google search, which we generally do whenever we want to search something on the internet, the first thing that we do is the Google search. This survey now tells that we have around 3.8 million search queries just in 1 minute. On the same lines, you have Facebook, where you have 1 million people logging into Facebook application just in 1 minute. You have WhatsApp, 41.1 million messages sent. Like that, you have YouTube, the number of views that you can see, the apps downloaded, and the text sent. Here, if you see, the amount of data that has now got transmitted just in 1 minute is enormous. And like this, if you club all the applications that are running all over the world, just imagine the data transmission rate and the amount of data that is getting transmitted all over the globe. I think you are able to now get a sense of visualization, the amount of data this internet is now carrying. You may again argue, okay sir, we understood that internet is there, data transmission is there. We also understood that the amount of data that now gets transmitted is enormous. So what do we do? The next point that I am now trying to tell is an important one now. Every bit of data that gets transmitted over the internet, you have to keep this in mind, this data gets stored. Yes, you heard it right. Every bit of data that gets transmitted over the internet will get stored. That means that now, if in case, just imagine now, if in 1 minute, this is the amount of data that is getting transmitted, in this 1 minute now, as you are attending this session live, this is the amount of data that is getting stored somewhere over the internet. And unfortunately, we cannot fix the timeline for 1 minute or 1 hour or 1 day. But anyway, if you expand this timeline to 1 hour, I think you are able to sense the enormity of the data that is getting transmitted and getting stored. If you increase it to maybe 1 month, again the amount of data is quite very huge and it is enormous. Now, if you ask, sir, why can't we fix the timeline for 1 month or 1 year? Remember, internet was invented in the early 1990s and it rose to prominence and we as common people could use it in early 2000. That means that now for the last 20 years, this has been happening. Data is getting transmitted, and whether you knew it or whether you came to know about it now, this data is getting stored. That means that now for the last 20 years now, you have an enormous amount of data that has now got stored somewhere over the internet. Let me be very clear here. We are not going to discuss about where the data is stored, how is it stored, how is it retrieved. Reason, it will take us to a new domain called as the big data analytics, which we are not discussing. But the fact of the matter is, somewhere over the internet today, this enormous amount of data is stored. Adding on to this point now, data in its raw format is a useless entity that you have to keep in mind. If you now ask me, sir, what do we do so that the data now becomes very useful? Very simple. Whatever data you have with you, you should do some analysis with it and convert the data into information. You may again argue, sir, what is the big deal in that we will analyze the data? What is the problem? Big deal and the problem is not in analyzing. Big deal and the problem is in analyzing the last 20 years of data that is stored over the internet. I think by this time you would have sensed that humanly it is not possible. Whenever humans are not capable of doing anything, they always invent an alternative way where technology will come into play. In this case also the same thing happened, but with a twist. I argue, sir, what is the twist now? Very simple. When we tell about technologies in the last 20 years, there are many technologies that have ruled the software industry, famous being your Java programming language, C# with the .NET platform, your full stack development, various testing tools. Unfortunately, none of these technologies in today's day can be used to analyze the huge amount of data. You may argue, sir, what is the reason for that? Remember, whatever names just now I told you, your Java programming language, C# with the .NET platform, your various full stack development and the testing tools, they are all programming elements. The need of the hour today is, you need to analyze the data. Programs at the maximum, what they can do, they can take some input, they do some processing and they will give the output. None of these technologies were designed to analyze the data that you have given to it, because when these technologies were invented, such a need was not there. But today we stand at a position where the technology that I would now be using should have two very important things in it. One, the technology should be capable of catching hold of huge amount of data that is there over the internet. That's the primary requirement for today. Second, the entire data that I will be giving to the technology you should be capable of reading through the data, analyzing the data, and convert the data from data into information. If you ask, sir, for converting data into information, what do we do? Here is where the real catch lies. Here is where technology should have inbuilt intelligence. That is what we technically call it as artificial intelligence. Remember, the technology today, if in case it has to withstand the market or stay in the market, the technology should have two things. One, catching hold of huge amount of data. Second, it should have inbuilt element called as the AI. Point now is, for the last 20 years, we were now on one technological stack where you had all your Java programming, your C# programming, your testing, your full stack development tool. But today, the technological stack is completely different, where this new technological stack is in no way connected to the old technology that we are speaking about. That means that now, in the software industry today, there has been a technological drift. And the drift is because the need of the hour has changed. Whenever there is a technological drift now, this would create a lot of problem in the industry, and it has created also. People in the company and the companies, for them to stay relevant to the market today, they had to upgrade, they had to reskill, they had to upskill themselves from this old technological stack to the new technological stack. But unfortunately, many people have miserably failed. One of the survey on the internet today tells that 65% of the workforce have never been able to upgrade and upskill themselves. That is a huge problem for the software industry, because company have to survive the market. For this reason, in 2019, this opportunity was given to freshers. Due to lack of awareness, due to lack of competency, more importantly, students are not aware of what changes has happened in the industry, and they have been clinging on to the old technological stack, for which 50% of the jobs on AI vertical have gone vacant. What I am now trying to tell is, industries today have now moved on from the old technological stack to the new technological stack, for which there is a huge number of openings, on which I will also give you a survey about it. But at the same time, in the last year, if you see the survey, people in the industry have not upgraded, and students as freshers, due to lack of awareness, they have lost the opportunity to get into one of the beautiful verticals called as AI. Just to give you on numbers of what has happened in 2019, just watch this now. This is the survey done by LiveMint, where LiveMint now tells that 97,000 analytics, data science jobs have gone vacant. Remember, artificial intelligence now is a huge horizon. Under that, you have multiple job roles. You can be a data scientist, a data engineer, a data analytics, a software engineer, a machine learning engineer. Like this, the roles are multifold. This survey just gives you the number of jobs that are vacant for data scientists. Just to add on to it, Economic Times has now given one of the survey. And at the meantime, I would also just like to tell what Mr. Narayan Murthy has now told. In the future, AI, automation, ML will create more jobs. These are statements coming from some of the most eminent people in the industry, which tells that moving forward, AI will rule the industry. But I'll come back to that later. But here, Economic Times has given you a survey where there are more than 1 lakh jobs for data scientists in this year itself. You may now argue, so these analyses were done in 2019. Now we are in a very hard time that we are passing by, that's the COVID-19. What is the status today? Just to give you an update on that, during this pandemic also a survey was done. As late as June 5th, 2020, this is what the survey now tells regarding the AI jobs and the future of AI. COVID analysis on data science platform. What this now tells us, in the next 5 years, the revenue of AI, I'm again repeating, this analysis was done during this pandemic time itself, where in the next 5 years, the revenue of AI would now be $224.3 billion. If you have to generate revenue, people have to work. If you have to generate such a huge amount of revenue, just imagine the amount and the number of people that are working on one vertical. Just to add on to those numbers now, we saw the survey of LiveMinch, we saw the survey of Economic Times. On the same lines, you have a company by name Business Insider who gives insight into what is happening in the software industry, where they have also now predicted 1.5 lakh jobs for data scientist role. The most important analysis of them is 70% of the job in the days to come would be only on AI. When you tell 70%, if there are 100 openings today, 70 openings, mind you, 70 is a huge number when you compare with all the technologies that are there in the industry. 70% of them would only be for AI. Just to move on this. 77%, one of the research now tells that 77% of the devices would have AI. Just imagine the number of handheld devices that we people are using today. And if all of them should now contain AI, just imagine the amount of workforce that will be working on that, that internally will generate the number of jobs that you people are open up for. Yeah. One last input by IDC. IDC stands for International Data Corporation, which now tells that in 2023, the profits and the revenue, or rather the investment into AI, would now touch approximately 100 billion. Why I am just giving you all these numbers is, on one end, you have to analyze that people in the industry have now shifted to the new technological stack, that is for sure. Second, with the surveys and the amount of investment that I have now shown, clearly the road forward has to be AI, because if AI was not the future, these surveys, these tech giants would never ever have invested this much amount of money into one vertical called as AI. If you now ask me, sir, what is that new technological stack that we have to equip ourselves so that we can get into AI now? Remember, the next list of technologies that I would now be showing, you don't have a choice of picking any one of them. Rather, you should be knowing all of them. That is the need of the hour today in the software industry. If you now ask, sir, what is that we have to know now? You should know Python, machine learning, AI, deep learning, NLP, and data science. So I argue, sir, I will read one. Can I get a job? On reading one, you may get knowledge, but not job. There is a logical reason for that. As I continue with the discussion, I will be speaking on that. But just to conclude on the first part of the discussion now, one thing is for sure, moving forward, AI will control and coordinate the software industry. That is for sure, with the numbers and the surveys that we have seen. With the way it is expanding, the job opportunities would definitely be immense. There is no doubt about it. More importantly, it is not only software industry that AI would now be controlling. Rather, it would also be controlling other business sectors like automobile, manufacturing, health, education. You name any sector, AI will be an integral part of it. So all said and done, in the days to come, usage of internet would never slow down. Data accumulation would always be on the exponential path. When you have so much data, you require technologies to analyze it, and that is where AI will come into play. So all said and done, coming to today's drive now. Why is today's drive such an important thing for you? We at Pentagon Space as an initiative have decided to provide the course on niche technologies completely for free, provided you clear the test that we would now be giving today. You just have to prove to us that yes, I am eligible for this free course. If you can prove that to us, definitely the unified course that the Pentagon Space would now be offering is completely free for you. Along with that, I will also explain what the benefits of the course are, how the placement opportunities if you get selected at Pentagon Space would be. Before that, we would just have an overview of what the course at Pentagon Space looks like. Remember, with the amount of industry experience that we have, and by contacting eminent people in the industry, and with the backing of the research and the development team at Pentagon Space, We have exactly sorted out what the industry is asking for from a fresher today, and our syllabus is exactly in line with what all is expected from a fresher by a software industry today. On that lines now, if you notice here, our course now contains machine learning, Python for data science, Python for web development, deep learning. I'll discuss on projects, mathematical aptitude and logical reasoning, the NLP, and the database for data science. More importantly, the mathematics. The overview that I have now shown you, generally as students what you decide is, you tend to take up subjects individually and start to read it. Especially in the current situation, that will not work out. There are many reasons for that and a logical reason also. Assume now, you decide to study machine learning. Machine learning is not an independent subject. You should be knowing about it. Machine learning involves a lot of algorithms. For you to implement them, you require a programming language. You can implement it either using R, MATLAB or Python. We have chosen Python for specific reason. And the algorithms involves a lot of mathematics calculations in it, for which you require a knowledge of mathematics. I told you, these technologies are mainly meant to catch hold of huge amount of data. We are very lucky that we have many inbuilt libraries for that, the NumPy, the Pandas, Seaborn, Spicy, Keras, the TensorFlows. Now, if you just have to study machine learning now, you should know the knowledge of Python, mathematics and NumPy Pandas. So it is not an independent subject on its own. Now, the story does not end here. ML cannot give solutions in all the cases. So industries have already moved forward from ML to something called as natural language processing, where few of the disadvantages of ML have already been overcome. So you should learn ML followed by NLP. Story does not end there also. There are few issues in NLP which can't be giving solutions to various problems, for which industry today have moved on to deep learning. So where industry stands today is at deep learning, and this is what is expected from you. Point is, there also story does not end. Reason is, most of the programs that you all have written till date, you would have executed on your laptop or on your desktop, but in real time, your program, which is technically called as application, should run on the internet, for which you require knowledge of web services, which we would provide through the Django. In other words, with the hierarchy that I have now shown to you, you just can't pick subjects and study here. Rather, they are all integrated to each other, even though the subjects' names are different. Continued with. Whenever data is involved, databases plays a major role. As long as you have hands-on experience, you can never ever get into the industry. That is for sure, for which our course now has 25 real-time projects. From decades, this has been the case for freshers. You have to clear round 1, where your mathematical and logical skills should be checked. After you clear round 2, you have to clear the HR round. Now, keeping all elements in mind, understanding the exact requirement of the software industry, the course is now designed. I will just show you an overview of what is offered to you. If you get selected today, this is what the course overview looks like. This entire thing under one umbrella, that is very important, because we know the importance of studying all this under one umbrella. If you get selected today, this entire course, every element of the niche technologies would now be given for free to you. And you can download our brochure. This is our brochure from our website, pentagonspace.in. And in this brochure, you have the complete syllabus that we would now be teaching to you. Every element is shown to you there. If you want an in-depth analysis of the syllabus, in our website under the course module, you can definitely get complete access to the contents. At the flag end of the brochure, we have projects. Due to space constraints, we have just shown 20 here, but in real time, we will be doing 25 projects in our course. Point now is, after you complete this course, the most important question that would come at the back of your mind is, sir, to what job roles are we eligible for? Remember, these technologies cannot be compared with other courses elsewhere. Reason is these are some of the in-demand technologies in the industry which will help you to get some of the most prominent job roles in the industries, where the list goes like this. You can be a data scientist, a data analytics, a data engineer, software engineer, a machine learning engineer, a Python web developer. You can do your research on these job profiles, and according to 2019, the survey now tells that for a fresher, for these job roles now, an average minimum package was 8 lakh to a maximum of 14 lakh. So a couple of things you have to note here. One, when people are giving you on an average minimum package of 8 lakhs, that means that the demand for the job is such. Second, when they are paying you so much, that is the knowledge level that they are expecting from you also. So the course on one end is exactly in sync with what the industry is asking for. And if you complete the course, these are the job roles for which you will now be eligible for. Not only that, our course has many uniqueness. If you ask, sir, what are they? One, this entire course now is designed for an intense 500 hours. You may argue, sir, 500 is quite a lot of time. Yes, I completely agree on that. But the point now is, you can see courses that get completed in 20 hours, 30 hours, and 40 hours. My only question to you is, if you could master the subject in 30 hours and 40 hours, initially the numbers that I showed you regarding 65% of them not being upskilled, 50% of the freshers not getting job would never be true. That means that this course requires certain amount of time and dedication to learn. Keeping that in mind, the course is now designed for an intense 500 hours. Not only that, as long as you are very good on hands-on, you can never ever get into industry, that is for sure. Keeping that in mind, the entire course now contains 25 real-time projects which you will be implementing on your own with the guidance from the team. Next. Out of these 25 projects now, 2 projects would now be implemented with the complete life cycle, exactly the way it is done in the industry, so that you understand the nuances of what happens in the industry, how a project is taken from a client, how the requirement is converted into SRS, how the modules are divided, how they are integrated, how they are tested, and later on how they are deployed. The main reason for this is, before you enter the industry, you should exactly know how the industry is working. Only then you can fit into the environment as quickly as possible. And the last thing now is, this entire content that we are now showing to you in the course that is offered to you is based on research. Around the globe, knowledge transfer generally occurs in this format, where researchers around the globe will provide solutions to various problems. These solutions will now be picked up by the industry people. They will start to use it. Once it becomes successful, the technology will trickle down to your curriculum. This is a very long chain. As the chain is very long, you can understand the complete difference between what the industry is using and what your curriculum stands at. But here at Pentagon Space, we directly have access to the research content, as a result of which, whenever any new invention is done, and if we think it is relevant to the freshers, we update our syllabus dynamically and immediately. Not only that, along with this 4, we now have 2 core differentiating factors which will make this course very unique when compared to various other courses that you see at the market. Yes, sir, what it is now. Remember, after you gain knowledge for 500 hours, the most important thing from your end is, what about the job? Yes, I know, and I completely understand the importance of the very first job for a fresher. Keeping that in mind, Pentagon Space now would now be providing you opportunities until the student gets placed. Yes, you may take 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, the time is left to you. Till you get placed, we will support with the companies to you, where we have tie-up with many companies. They conduct drive at Pentagon Space. You can keep on attending the drives till you get placed, so that there is no need for you to be in a hurry to learn very quickly and get placed. But Once the course is over or during the course also, if you are capable enough, you can get placed, but we provide you opportunities till you get placed. The next one. It is not that I am trying to display my own profile and trying to boost myself. That's not the case here. There is a logical reason behind it. Elsewhere around the market, wherever you take up niche technologies, this is what would happen. As I have told you, machine learning is dependent on many other subjects like Python, mathematics, NumPy, Pandas. Elsewhere, Python would now be taught by a different person, mathematics by a different person, NumPy, Panda by a different person, and the fellow who is teaching ML will now assume that you know everything and he will start to teach. Whenever subjects are taught on assumptions, 100% the depth and the clarity would not be there. But here, that would not be the case. Every element of niche technologies I will be teaching, so that I would see to that you will understand how the subjects are now interrelated to each other. More importantly, we told ML has some issues. We will discuss the issues, the nitty-gritties, and then move on to NLP. See what all NLP can give us, and also discuss what the problems of NLP are, and then move on to deep learning. So what I am now trying to tell is, if the entire module is taught by one person, your clarity and the depth of the subject will altogether be of a different level. So on one end, you understood what the course Pentagon Space is offering for which you have to prove to us that you are eligible for the free course by getting selected. Second, after you complete the course, you also understood what are the job roles to which you are now eligible for. Thirdly, once you complete the course or during the course, you need not worry about placements. We will support you till you get placed. All said and done, today is a golden opportunity in this economically very bad situation where you have an opportunity to get this entire course for free, provided you get selected. But for whatever reason it is, if you are not clearing the test today, or if you fail in the telephonic interview, you need not worry about it. You can access the course in an alternative way, but you may have to pay for the course. If you ask her how much you may have to pay, I will just try to display the course fees elsewhere in the market. You can do your research also. And again, I am not afraid of displaying their names, that you may see their names and go and join there. Exactly, that is what I want you to do also. Only then you will understand how Pentagon Space is different from rest of the people in the market. Their price is almost 3.16 lakhs plus GST on an average. That will sum up to 3.6 lakhs. So you can do your survey. I am not telling you have to believe on whatever I have told. You can do your survey on that. But this is what the cost of Pentagon Space is. I've told you, you will be attending the course for 500 hours, and for every 1 hour, you just have to pay us 100 rupees. That is 50,000 is the course fee. So before you conclude on whether telling 50,000 is too much or whether it is very less, you have to do your survey in the market, check what the prices are. Secondly, what modules they are giving. Are they providing everything under one roof? That's the most important thing, which they are not doing for the very business purpose. More importantly, who the trainer is. So all said and done, this is only for your information if you don't get selected today, but your highest priority today should be to get selected and get this course for free. And now, during the discussion, you would have many doubts at the back of your mind. You can definitely ask your questions in the chat box. I am ready to answer them. But over the course of giving webinars to various colleges and various students, we have come up with the general questions that would crop up at the back of your mind. So I will just list them and answer them out. Later on, you can feel free to ask your questions, which I am ready to answer. Who can take up the course? Any circuit branch students, EC, electrical, CS, IS, MCA, including MTech, can be taking up the course, not an issue. I completely understand the subjects are different from various streams. I exactly know the syllabus also, what you have been studying, but 90% of our course is not included in none of your curriculum, so you need not worry about it. Next, prior knowledge on any programming languages, not at all required. You may argue, sir, we don't know C, we don't know Java, we don't know C#. It is not required at all. If you know, it is good. If you don't know, it is excellent, because from the basic most concept, the concept should be taken forward without any pre-assumptions of you knowing anything. Yes, database would be playing a major role. Again, no need to worry, completely from scratch it would be taught to you. Yes, course materials would be given to you, which will really help you in preparing yourself for the interviews and the tests that you would be taking. Prior knowledge on mathematics. So this is an irony now. You would have studied mathematics in your initial part of your engineering, unknowingly where to apply it. Now the time has come for application. You would have, in all possible cases, forgotten the concept itself. So no need to worry on that. 4 operations is only expected from you: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. From then on, remaining it will be taken care. No matter how complex the concept is and how simple the concept is. It can be eigenvalues, eigenvectors, 3D hyperplane, Bayesian theorems. You name any concept, the list is endless. You need not worry about it. Including your differentiation and integration would be taught from scratch with the real-time application. Yeah, this is another important one now. Any percentage criteria. There are 2 things involved in this. One, for me to teach the subject to you people, there is no boundary on how much percentage you have. All of you are on equal platform for me. You may have 50, 60, 70 or 80% of aggregate or whatever GPA that you have. But the point now is, for the placement, there will be a slight difference. People with higher percentage may start to get opportunities earlier when compared to people with lower percentage. Logically correct also, but we have negated that. It really does not matter to you when you start to attend the drives, because at Pentagon Space, you will be given opportunities till you get placed. So no need of you worrying it whether it will start early or late. No matter when it starts, till you get placed, we will give you opportunities. Yeah. Yeah, this may look a bit weird, but this is the protocol at Pentagon Space. There are very strict protocols which you have to follow when you are undergoing the course at Pentagon Space, failing which you will be out of the course. And these strict rules and regulations are not for us. Rather, our motive is to provide placement to every student who get into the course, irrespective of their branch, their background and their percentage. Whatever has happened for last 4 years, we will not be worrying. Even you need not worry about it. What has to be done now and moving forward is what we focus on. Keeping that in mind now. The protocols are very strict, which will be monitored very closely on daily basis, on weekly basis and on monthly basis. An element of the protocol is that you have to submit daily assignments which will be given to you, weekly assessment test and monthly challenges. Weekly assessment test would now tell you where you stand on week by week basis, how much more effort you have to put in, where you are lacking and how things are going on in the course. So this test will again remind you how much more effort you have to put in, which you have to take it up very, very seriously. As I have already told, if that is not the case, you will be out of the course. Monthly challenges is just to bring in the competitiveness among students, where we will give you some unknown problems which you have to solve it within a stipulated time, and that will be associated with some cash prize. So if you can come up with the solution, obviously one thing, you will be in par with what the industry is expecting for. More importantly, if you are the first person to come up with the solution, you might get a cash prize also. Yeah, this is an important element of our course. Mock interview by industry people. You have to get this carefully. Having knowledge is different, conveying that is completely different. More importantly, understanding the nuances of the software industry is even more important before you enter the industry itself. And in these many years of experience, I have seen 90% of the students fail in the interview itself, even though they know the concept. They are unable to convey to the interviewer for various reasons: the pressure, the tension, and the environment in which they would be taking up the interview. So we have decided at Pentagon Space that multiple such simulations would be done to you, so that before you go and attend the actual interview, you would have got exposed to almost all the scenarios, all the situations, so that you will answer the interview in a more confident manner and the conversion rates would be more. Yeah. Prior knowledge on any system settings, installation of software is, of course, software's system settings would be involved in the niche technologies. No need to worry on that. We will handle you and then we will teach you how the softwares have to be installed, used, and all the system settings. And the last point is only if in case you are not getting selected today, we have the EMI options where you can start to pay the course after 6 months, where you need not pay for the first 6 months. Your EMI would start only after the 6 months, so that you would not be burdening your parents also. If you have the capacity, in 4.5 months the course would get over. In 1.5 months, we will give you opportunities, you can get placed, and your EMI starts from the 6th or the 7th month after 6 months. So if you opt for the course with the payment also, definitely you can start to pay it with your own salary. That is what Pentagon Space is looking forward from you, so that in these hard economic times, 2 options you have: get selected today, get the course completely for free, else you can opt for the course, start paying for the course after 6 months through the EMI options, and again it's up to you. So how much effort you put in during the course, it's directly proportional to when you get selected. Yeah. So now you can pose questions. I'm ready to take it. So let the questions be very precise and clear for today's discussion, whatever we have discussed today.
Mode of teaching?
Mode of teaching, we have online as well as offline classes. It is up to you, you can opt any options. Online will also be live. There are no recorded sessions at Pentagon Space. It's only the live classes where you can directly interact with me. It would almost be like the normal classes itself.
When the test is going to start?
Soon after the session, the test would be starting. The test code would now get displayed once the FAQs are completed.
What will be the cutoff for today's test?
Now you take up the test, those things can't be revealed. So you can take the test, give your best shot to it. Hopefully you would get selected.
You might be asking about his CGPA percentage.
No, irrespective of your percentage, you can take up the test today. That's not a concern for us.
What is the test about?
It will be on mathematical, logical, and the basic C questions.
Course duration?
Course duration, a minimum 4.5 to a maximum of 5 months. Within this span, we have planned to complete it. So Monday to Friday, 4 hours a week you have to, 4 hours per day, 5 days a week you have to attend. Whenever we are implementing projects, the sessions might get extended for 6 hours, which you would be priorly informed, not in all the cases, but Monday to Friday, 4 hours a day, 4.5 months to maximum of 5 months.
Whether experienced people can take up this course?
Yeah, but for them the batches should be separate. This would be for freshers where it would be taught from very basic level. Of course, they can attend the course but for the freshers, we would be starting from the very basics, assuming they would not know anything.
Is there any negative marking?
No. 60 questions, 60 marks, 1 hour would be the time. Yeah.
Is there any programming questions in test?
Yeah.
Is there any programming questions in test?
No, it's only programming in the sense as code snippets would be there where you have to analyze the code.
Can we join after COVID pandemic in your institute directly in Bangalore?
Yeah, definitely. Offline classes we have planned for it. You can definitely come down and you can attend. That's what I told you. The option is yours, offline or online. Both the facilities are available. So even we are waiting for the government orders, and more importantly for the exams to get over across universities. We are waiting for that. Once that is done, the course date, timings, the batch timings, everything would be announced.
When the interviews will start?
Interview?
Yeah.
What interview?
He might be asking about a job interview after taking up the course, regular course.
So if it is for the job interviews, minimum 2.5 months, we would not allow you to take up any placements because that is the minimum amount of time that I would require to complete ML. So only after machine learning is completed, you would start to attend drives.
I have a 1 year gap after my SSLC, I mean 10th. Will I be eligible to take up this course?
Yeah, definitely. No issues on that. So here, that's what during the course you have to show your performance. That's most important. Through the test that we give, the mock interview that we give to you. If you show to us that yes, you are knowledgeable, definitely that should not affect your placements at Pentagon Space.
If we are not getting selected, can we attend the course and pay 50,000 after getting job?
No. So such options at Pentagon Space you don't have. But that is what I have told you. You can take up the EMI options where you would start to pay after 6 months. Whether you get placed or not, it is not in my hand, it is in your hand. We as Pentagon Space can give you a level ground where you can fight it out to get the job for you. But here, getting a job, it is up to you. We are not guaranteeing a job to you. But one options that I have already told you, you can start to pay after 6 months. That too, if you go into the EMI mode options. And again, let us be very clear about the amount that we are charging. Before you conclude, you please do your survey. And these are not your normal Java testing and other courses where you directly compare it with apple to apple and tell that is lesser and this is more. You have to survey on niche technologies what the cost is around the city wherever you are currently. Yeah.
Can we also get access based on performance in training? I mean, what he meant to say is, like based on the performance in training, who we get placed?
Yeah, definitely. It is only your performance during the training that we would allow you to attend the companies also. That is a mandatory thing. That is why the protocols are so strict at Pentagon Space, where you have to perform well in the assessment that we give to you.
How many members would get selected through this online process? Like would it be for a limited number of people?
No, we have a certain cutoff in our mind. All those people who would clear that, they would definitely have an opportunity to get selected.
Wants to know much about EMI option.
Yeah, maybe this is not the right platform to discuss on it because we are discussing about the free course today. That is just an alternative option. Definitely you can call our number, our student counselors to definitely help you out in understanding how the options would work. But just as a briefing on that, so 6 months, you can 5 months you can attend the course, 1.5 months you can get placed, and after that you can start the EMI. So that is how we have planned for. And that too because of the current situation that most of us are going through. So anyway, at the end the number would be displayed, or you can take up the number from the website, you can give a call, they would definitely explain to you on the EMI options. Yeah, so hopefully your questions have answered. If you are still left with any more queries, you can definitely call us on the number that is available on the website, or you can mail us at info@pentagonspace.in. We would be happy to reply back to you. All said and done, on the closing note, there are two very important points which I would like to make. One, this entire session that I have told, I have given the numbers. There is a certain point of view that I have spoken. This is solely my point of view, my understanding of the industry for the last 14 years. I never force upon anybody to believe on whatever numbers I have given to you. Rather, you do your research. That is very, very important. And more importantly, the course that we are now offering cannot be compared apple to apple with other Java and testing courses, because what we are now providing for free is the niche technologies, for which you have to do a complete survey of what are all the modules that we are giving vis-a-vis what others are providing to you. All said and done, at the student community, you always have a phobia for coding, telling that coding is very, very difficult, we would not be able to code. It's nothing like that. And most of you think niche technologies are very difficult and it can't be studied. Again, they are all wrong perceptions. Reason is, if you think these things are quite difficult and if you start to select other courses other than the niche technologies, point number one is, in these hard times, you should try to hit at the spot where the opportunities are more. I am not against Java, I am not against C#, I am not against full stack development, because all the technologies I worked upon multiple projects, but the need of the hour today is entirely different. What the industry is expecting from you is knowledge based on AI, where the maximum opportunity lies. Keeping that in mind, if you think development is very, very difficult, and if you shift your focus to testing, then you will be definitely on the wrong footing. Reason is, testing now has got automated a long time back, and all of us know about it. But with the way AI is now developing, very soon development also will become automated. That's the power of AI. So looking forward, seeing through the future, things are very grim when compared to automation. And when development becomes automated, where will the developers go then? So when you are now starting off your career, this is the right time to select one such vertical which is here to stay for the next minimum 20 years. That is for sure. And this is my analysis, and definitely I have told you, you can do your analysis on that. Just to give you some facts about how things have downsized, there are various schools which are already offering JavaScript for kids. Again, I am not against any technology, don't take me wrong. This is the level to which the downsize has occurred, and including Java also. Many curriculums at the school have already included Java. Point now is Java, C# and other elements were invented 30 years back. For any technology to remain at a high position for 30 years is quite a long time. And now things have changed. It's time for us to change also, and more importantly, when we are now selecting and making a decision on the career, let us take on a call and the career that would be there for minimum next 20 years or rather 2 decades. So all said and done, I thank each one of you who have attended this session. Hopefully the session was of some useful to you, and more importantly, you have a golden opportunity to get this entire course for free, perform well in the test, get selected, and I wish each one of you all the best for today's test and all the best for your career endeavors. Yeah, thank you one and all. You test code.